Hello, this is Gray Hughes of Gray Hughes Investigates on YouTube. If you could hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Today's video is regarding the Madeline Soto case. It's a audio file that Plunder sent me. Apparently that was one of the files we were supposed to get a while back. However, they didn't send it, and then she saw that particular interview sitting out there in a queue and then had them send it over. All right, so we're going to play the audio. It's one of Madeline Soto's teachers. And then why don't you leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. All right, so let's get started on the interview right now.
Thursday, February 29th, 13:53 hours. It's Detective Francis Hunt for OCSO case 24-011313. Can you state your full name?
Linda Madeline Rasmussen.
How do you spell your last name?
R-A-S-M-U-S-S-E-N.
And then what's your birthday, Linda?
4/17/1967.
What's a good phone number for you? Do you mind if I get just a little bit closer to you? So that thank you, cool. The phone sometimes doesn't pick everything up. Cool. So, what's your role here?
7th grade. I also teach Eagle Express in the morning tutoring.
Okay. And for how long have you worked here?
This is my 8th year.
Wow. Were you a teacher before?
My 9th.
Okay. You know, sometimes it gets like that, right? How long have you been a teacher for?
My 8th, 9th year. I work for OCPS now well over 15.
Okay.
I started out as a substitute teacher, then I became a physical education para.
Okay.
Left for a year and a half, worked as director over at the Chick-fil-A, then came back as teaching.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You've had a long and varied career. So in total, what, you said 15 years
Yeah.
here at OCPS about? Gotcha. All right. So you teach 7th grade regular. In any of your class periods, do you have a young lady by the name of?
Yes, she's in my 4th period.
Okay, she's 4.
Right after lunch.
Got it. And about what time is that?
On a regular day, it is 12:38 after the recharge till about 1:30.
Got it. So how is this your first year?
Yes.
Got it. So you've known her for what, 7-ish months now? Okay. And can you, as someone who's known her for about 7 months, can you tell me a little bit about her? Like, describe her to me.
She's very on and off, very quiet,
Okay.
very chatty with some of the girls.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned to Miss McCottom the specific girl she chatted with. And of course, as a teacher, you separate them.
Yes.
And then they think you're picking on them, but kind of where she would zone out a lot.
Okay.
To where I'd have to redirect, hey, are you taking your notes? Do you need any help?
Gotcha. What's her behavior like?
This last week, prior to her, she was a bit flippant, a bit rolling the eyes.
Okay.
And normally she's just really quiet, reserved, keeping to herself. But she seemed to get a little bit of an attitude. But not, she wouldn't disrespect me. Just, you get the students that roll their eyes and it's like, okay.
Okay.
You're not liking me moving you here, that's okay, I get that.
Was there anything in particular that was, like, I guess, agitating her that you can remember?
She didn't seem agitated unless you spoke to her directly, or if I reminded her you need to be taking your notes, or stuff like that.
So normal stuff, it's just this last week she's been responding.
Correct.
Just different, with more attitude. Is that, I guess it's not common of her from the way you're describing?
No, she's normally quiet. Like I said, she's normally quiet. She zones out to where you're having to redirect her.
But she's normally like more receptive to just direction or redirection, rather. Okay.
I even made a comment to Miss Rivera, and Miss Rivera would look, we're going, yeah, because I have Miss Rivera, she's
Yeah.
the co-teacher for the ESC students in that class.
Okay. So she is in a special education program, correct?
They're integrated with
Okay.
the regular classroom, so yeah, we have like split classes to where half the students are ESC, the other half are just regular students.
Okay. Is she diagnosed with like a learning disability, or does she have trouble, I guess?
She does have a what is it called, an IEP, I think.
Gotcha. And is that just for, is her mental capacity that of normal, or is that just more a learning?
No, I've noticed, aside from her being quiet or zoning out and stuff like that, no.
Okay. She's just typical. Gotcha. Okay. I guess, is there anything that you have noticed in the past few weeks or months that would have led to a change in her behavior this past week that you can think of?
I've been racking my brain on that, thinking, you know.
Well, that's fine if not.
Aside from this past week, I mean, to where she was more attitude, I guess,
Yeah.
but no. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, was she quiet because something was happening, or, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of the reason that we wanted to come out and talk, is just because you all have seen her more than we have. You know more about her than we do.
But she interacts with other students. Like I said, the girls go together and do their little talks and whatnot.
Have you ever seen her act in a way that you would describe as, I guess I know she's normally quiet, but would you describe that as like sad or depressed or anxious, or is there any negative emotion that you would associate with the way she acts?
On a couple of occasions, she would request to go to the counselor.
Okay.
She was sad.
Gotcha. How often was that?
Not a huge amount of times. I mean, maybe in the time that I've had her, 3-4 times, to where
Okay.
if I would redirect or whatnot, she would shut down and get upset. And I would ask her, do you need to go see the counselor? And she said yes.
Did she ever say like what she was upset about at that point in time, or?
No,
Okay.
nothing.
Okay. So as far as your observations of her daily behavior, if I'm understanding you right, it doesn't sound as though you would describe anything that she did as particularly sad or depressed, other than the times that she said she was upset and she wanted to go see the counselor. And when she did, she didn't necessarily give a reason. It was just not feeling great. But that was less than 5 times in
Yeah,
the
I would
past
say
7
that.
months. Okay.
And I don't think it was in the recent, I'm trying to think. I think that was prior to the holiday break.
So
Was the
not
last
even
time, yeah.
all that
Not even
recently.
recent.
How are her grades in your class?
Currently, she's failing.
Okay.
She's not turning in work.
Okay.
Even classwork that she does in class, she doesn't turn it in. And it's typical for a lot of the students, like, hey, you got to turn in your work. Okay, we've got 2 weeks left in the quarter, and then they start pushing them in. But, you know.
Has she always been that way since starting your class, or is that more of a recent shift?
More of a, she's doing it more than what she used to do it.
Okay. And has that been like a gradually progressive, she's turning in
Getting
less
it
and
worse,
less
yeah.
and less? Or has there been like a definitive shift of, she
Turning
was
it
doing
in.
okay and then all of a sudden she wasn't?
She's been like borderline to where I'm not sure if it's because of the IP or not, but if I give her a test, I'd have to redirect her. You need to focus on your test. It takes her
Got
longer
it.
than
Yeah.
typical
Okay.
7th grade student to do that. But
Got it.
yeah, recently she's not been turning in anything.
And has she ever expressed wanting to hurt anyone else or hurt herself? Or I know you would have reported it,
Yeah.
if she had said something, but has she ever said anything that indicated to you that that's something she thinks about? Harming anyone else or harming herself?
Oh, no. She's never verbally said anything.
And does she argue with the other students at all?
No.
Okay. Sounds like a pretty easygoing kid.
Yeah.
For the most part, to be honest. Let's see what else I got here. I guess in the times that you have had her, have you ever seen anything that's made you concerned for anything happening at home with either anyone else?
No, nothing aside from, just a quiet student.
Okay. But she's never talked about home life being uncomfortable or
Not to me.
expressed or acted in any way that would indicate to you she was being abused or harmed? Have you ever had any
I'm trying to think. Maybe at one of the IEP meetings. I've had so many of them, so.
Yeah, I bet.
Not through talking points. I know they can to do makeup tests, makeup work, or whatnot.
Sure.
So yeah, that's
Okay.
about it. Nothing one-on-one.
It doesn't sound like anything stands out as far as conversations
No,
with
it's
mom.
just typical conversations with parents.
Gotcha.
Love the app talking point. It goes straight to the
Oh yeah,
text.
oh yeah. Well, I'm sure before
Yeah.
talking point,
But
you
aside-
remember
yeah.
PTA meetings
Oh
and
yeah.
all sorts of stuff.
Not only that, just emails, like respond to the email. But
Cool.
no, just back and forth. Hey, they're missing this. It's coming to the end of the quarter. Other than that, nothing.
Okay.
She did text or send a talking point message Monday evening saying, was she in class today? Responded, no, she was not.
Okay. Before you go today, would you be able to print out any messages that you, if you're able to, and then give them to,
I can do that.
and then give them to me before I go?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Sorry, I was in a PLC meeting. That's why my computer.
It's okay. I'm sorry to interrupt your day like
No,
this.
it's
I know
okay.
you're
No,
doing a
I
lot.
just-
But,
It's heart-wrenching.
is there anything else important that, as someone who's known her for several months, you think that will help me or help us?
The only thing I have are our math books
Okay.
that she takes her notes in. That's about it.
Okay. Would you mind giving those to
I could give them the.
and so that way I can take a look through them?
Sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I don't have any other questions for you. Do you have any for me while we're... Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end this. 14:05 hours.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for watching. If you could leave a comment in the comment section, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And, just another interesting element of the Madeline Soto case. So thank you all very much for watching. And, as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.